Hello, legacy leaders. Oh Lord, y'all about to work out. We are a mess over here this Monday. I can't figure out how to get my printer to work. I've got kids trying to do all the things this morning. We're trying to get it going, but we are struggling to get on the bus this morning. It's like, those mornings where nothing is going the way you've planned. That's how I feel this morning. And what a good segue. You might feel the same way in your business and your leadership. Okay, that's good. All right. I want to talk to you guys about seasons, okay? Just a little bit. I was talking with a few different leaders. Good morning, Kelsey. Talking with a few different leaders, and I just feel like all of our mindset gets sidetracked or turned, or we're not focused on the right things. It's so easy, you guys, to get in your head. It's so easy to get in your head. Me, okay? I've been really badly in my head, and I'm like, what else can I do? How else can I bless these people so that they can see they can do it too, that they are going to have to put in the work, and it's not going to be easy, because anything worth having is never easy. Good morning, Christina. If it comes to you easily, it can be taken from you easily, right? Okay? So I've been doing a lot of reflection on my leadership, and just to the point where, I'll be super honest with you guys, to the point where the other day I told Whitney, because we're coming up on Superstar Director Summit in April, and I have already signed up. Whit and I are supposed to room together, and I was like, I'm not going. I'm not worthy. I'm done. I was like, Whitney, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to Summit. I'm a fraud. That's how I've been feeling. Because I'm like, I just want to help all the people, but I can only help who wants to be helped, right? And that, personally, that just stresses me out, because I just want to help everybody. So you're not the only one. If you're in your head, you're not the only one. But I do think that we look at it the wrong way so often, and it's so easy to do, okay? But we go through seasons. So just like if you're a parent, you go through seasons, right? Where you're like, I got this. I'm the bomb mom. Look at me doing all the things. And you're like, you're there. You're at the top of that roller coaster hill, okay? Then all of a sudden, what happens? We got to go down the roller coaster, right? And you're like, what is happening? Everybody hang on to your hats. It's a mess. I thought I was a good parent. I thought I had it together. Good morning, Mindy. And then you're going down that roller coaster hill, and you're like, frick, I don't know what I'm doing, right? You get to the bottom, then we got to climb back up. And it's uphill battle. And you're like, I just had everything in line. Everybody was doing great. They were listening. We looked like we were golden. And what the heck? Now we got to climb back up the hard hill. We get to the top, we sit there, we think we're doing good, and then we go down again. Yeah, okay? That's life. You guys, that is literally life. It's the way that it goes. It's the way that it's going to go for everything in your life. Everything. It just is. So, seasons, okay? We have seasons in our business, and they're natural and they're normal for entrepreneurship. It's natural and it's normal for leadership, whether you're a parent, whether you're leading a dog, okay? Whatever you're doing, whether you're leading a team, it's going to be natural and normal for you to go through seasons. And we have to embrace it and understand it, because if we fight it, it's just going to make everything way harder, right? Then it's just like, okay, this is normal. We're going to keep on trucking and doing our thing, okay? So as leaders, we can really only tell you, okay, Whitney and I, we can only tell you what we've done and what's worked for us, okay? And it's the same thing for you and your team. You can only tell your people, listen, this is what I've done. This is what's proven to be successful for me. This is what's worked, okay? And this is because that's what you know. You can show them outside things, of course, but what do you know? You know what you've done and what you've accomplished, okay? If they choose not to take the advice, if you choose not to take the advice, there's nothing really more that we can do except for hope and pray that you have a willing heart. And I was talking to people this morning with just a little bit of positivity, and that you're coachable. That's really all that we can do, right? And if you're not, then you're not. My hands are tied. Whitney's hands are tied, okay? Your hands are tied as a leader when it comes to people that just aren't coachable. They're not willing to have even a little bit of positivity when it comes to their business, right? I can tell you that I am not someone who just comes up with challenges. I am not someone who, I'm very thankful for other people whose minds work that way. Mine does not. When it comes to other ideas in their business, and they're like, I'm going to try this, or I'm going to do this, or it is just now, I've been with Scentsy for almost 4 years. It is just now, I've got people fighting. It is just now coming to me where I'm like, oh, well, what if we tried this? I'm not at my goal, but what if I tried this? What if I did this? Okay. That's just now something that's starting to build inside of me. I 110%, without a doubt, can tell you, I have built my business from watching successful people and doing what they do. There's not been like a whole lot of thought process up here. Like just, there's not. I'm going to be really honest, okay? Like, and I mean that in like the best way, but I'm like, oh, so-and-so is doing this. I'm going to try that. Ray did a birthday box for her customers. My birthday's in March. And I'm like, I'm going to try that. Let's see what happens, okay? That's not something I would have just come up with on my own, all right? And it's the same thing with my leadership. Whitney's doing a challenge with her directors. She was like, Anya, you want to do this? And I'm like, yes, I do. I'm going to copy and paste that message and put it right back to my leaders and see if they want to go with it too, okay? We're not like making stuff up off the cuff. It's not how I work, all right? So I say that because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You really don't. You don't have to reinvent the wheel to be successful, but you do have to be willing to put in the work, and you do have to be willing to be coachable and to listen. I'm a superstar director. Whitney is my sponsor, and she's a superstar director. And if she offers me a challenge, I'm going to take it because it's going to better me in the end, and it's going to hold me accountable. Okay. And that's just my mindset. It's one less thing I have to think about. She gave it to me. That's easy for me to just do rather than to come up with things. Okay. I hope that gives you like some sort of confidence. I hope that gives you a little bit of confidence, okay? But if you are looking at anything in your business or your leadership in a negative way and you're like, I just can't, okay? Or I'm sponsoring all these people and they're doing nothing, all right? Guess what? If you sponsor someone and they've taken a portion of your customer base, okay, and they're doing nothing, why can't you reach back out to those people that were in your customer base? Why? That person's sitting at 0. They're not posting. They're not talking about Scentsy. Why? Can you not go back and say, hey, we have this and this and this available. And if that person wakes up that you sponsored, cool. Leave those people alone. Okay? And let them choose. Let it be the customer's decision. But don't stop yourself from an avenue just because you sponsored somebody when they're not doing anything. Like, why do you owe them that? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, don't sell your business short because you sponsored someone and they're not willing to put in the work, okay? And if they are willing to put in the work, that's a blessing. Stop looking at it as a negative, okay? Remember, we don't want to be PRV whores. Remember this. If you are in classes in session, you heard them talk about it. Do not be a PRV whore, okay? I don't care if you're like, crap, I did not hit my goal because I flipped X amount of PRV. I flipped over 700 PRV this month. And I was like, crap, that's a lot. Please, Lord, let this girl do something. Okay. And she's on fire and I'm so excited. But I've also had the flip side where I've literally just flipped all this PRV and that person has done nothing. And it's like, what the heck? Or they started strong and they fall off. It's a season. But guess what? If you fall off, I'm not going to sit here and not reach out to your people for a party. Why? You're not offering Scentsy. Why would I not? Okay, so as a leader, I feel like you need to be mindful and take care of your people. But if your people aren't doing anything, it's okay for you to say, man, that person hasn't ordered. The person I sponsored isn't doing anything. And nobody will say this. I will say it. That person isn't doing anything, hasn't for 3 months. Why would I not reach out to a previous customer? Does that make sense? Take care of your people, but have boundaries too, okay? I feel like there's a fine line with everything, all right, when it comes to that. But I want you to think of things as, okay, I sponsored this person and flipped this amount of PRV. I need to expand my network, okay? When do you have the most people to talk to about sponsoring? It's when you're having more parties than you want to have. It's when you have upped that goal. That's when you have more people to talk to about sponsoring. That's when you have more people to ask about partying. You've got to expand your mindset and stop putting yourself in a box, okay? Again, seasons. It is sometimes going to be really easy for you to book parties. And other times it's going to be like, what is happening? Where is everybody? That's normal. You might have to dig a little bit deeper and work a little bit harder on certain months. That's normal. It's the roller coaster of entrepreneurship. It's a season that you're in, okay? But we have to be willing to climb out of the season to keep it going, okay? Instead of just saying, well, this is too hard. Well, there's no point. Well, why am I going to sit here and sponsor if they take my whole network? If that one person took your whole network, there's your problem right there. Hey, Danielle, one person should not take your whole network. You sponsoring one person, that should not take the whole entire network. There's your problem, okay? So if you're in class in session, you have got to sit there. You got to go back to that PRV training, right? Anything that you post, maybe you've lacked on your posting. Have you posted about fragrance flowers in a while? Okay? Like, you see what I'm saying? Someone loves the fragrance flower that you're posting as you color it with your kids and you talk about how cute these are and how wonderful they are and where you place them in your house. Someone comments, someone likes. Do you want to get that for free? Okay? That's a way to book a party. All right? Stop thinking that you have to sit down with the follow-up list every single time. I mean, you do, but stop thinking that that's the only way to book parties. Okay? There are other ways you have to look for that opportunity, and that should help you to expand your network, but stop having just one person. You sponsor one person, your whole network's gone. Come on. Okay? Come on. I can tell you, I have built my entire Scentsy business on Facebook. On Facebook. I have, okay? I've lived here for almost 4 years, just now started getting regular local customers. Just now. I did my first in-home party. I was very excited, okay? But I'm just now getting local customers. My mom is a Scentsy consultant. My sister is a Scentsy consultant. I've got a cousin that's a Scentsy consultant. No family purchase. My sister-in-law is a Scentsy consultant, okay? She was on my team. She's no longer on my team, but she's still a consultant. So there's that, okay? But no family buys from me. Some of my very best friends that aren't in Scentsy, all of my very best friends that are not in Scentsy actually do not purchase from me. What does that tell you, you guys? You got to expand your network, okay? Some of my customers have become such good friends, and I don't even know them in person. Okay? It's relationships, talking to them, but you're going to go through those seasons where you're like, I've not sponsored anybody, and I've had all the conversations. I've not gotten a party, but I've had all the conversations. You're still planting seeds, and we're about to get into garden, so get excited, okay? I want you to think of these things, all right? You've got to start having long lens views, okay, in your business. Yes, you sponsored someone, and now you have to grow your network even further right now. But what is that going to do for you 2 years from now when you take care of those people like gold? What is that going to do for you 2 years from now, okay? When that person is maybe a director that you just sponsored. Hello, okay? You have to start thinking in that way. The printer's not working. Throw those away. They're disgusting. Okay. Those are not good donuts anymore. Like, they've been here for a while. Okay. I'm training. I'm not looking at them. I'm training. Goodbye. 13-year-olds, teenagers.
I'm getting a 60 on math.
7-year-olds. That is not good, and I will help you.
I don't like math.
Okay, we don't. Do you see that mindset right there? Perfect example. Zach is getting a 60 on his online math courses. I can tell you why. I already know why. It's because he's not done the work. He's not done the work. He has to watch a video first. Then he has to put in the work. He's not put in the work. He just went straight to the questions. I already know why, because we go through this all the time. He's got to learn the hard way. And that's fine. That's fine, okay? But now his mindset is, I hate math. He already finished this year, okay? He's in first grade, technically. We don't really do grades, but he's in first grade math. He's already finished first grade math. He's now moving into second grade math. That's what he started today. He started second grade math today, and now he hates math. Math is crappy, but he's a whole grade level ahead right now. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, long lens view, way to go. He's doing awesome, but his view right now is a 7-year-old view. You want a 7-year-old view in your business? Shocker. No. Okay. You're adults. You are adults. Okay. Long lens view. It's hard for right now. That doesn't mean it's going to be hard forever. Okay. Right now, the crap that you're going through, the crappy season, the tough season is going to prepare you. It's setting a foundation to prepare you for when you have a consultant that's having a really hard month. And they're doing all the things and it's just not working out, but you know they're planting seeds and you can now say, I've been there. Okay. That's what it's doing. And we have to change our mindset to remember that we go through seasons. It's going to be hard. It's going to teach us all the things, whether it's in our leadership, our personal business, our personal life, whatever it is. Now we get to take those tools that we learned in that hard season, move them up into the next season and help someone else. Okay? That needs to be our mindset. All right? So During the tough months, I want you guys to really think of it as a pruning season. You ready for our garden talk? Here we go. Okay. Every garden gets pruned. What happens if you do not prune your garden? I can tell you because I'm looking at these hideous rose bushes outside of my house right now that I want to get rid of. I'm calling someone to help me fix that soon. Okay. To landscape the front. But they're overgrown. I'm looking at them right now. I didn't even take a picture and post it. Y'all are going to be like, why have you not done anything with it? Because I'm getting rid of them. Okay, that's the first thing. But they're overgrown. They're not even. There's a few roses. We're in Texas. It's warm. There's a few roses on them, but they look scraggly and disgusting. They're not pretty. Okay, they're not pretty. They are full of all kinds of pests. There is a bird's nest right there that I can see. Oh, that's cute. I didn't even know it was there. There's a bird's nest right there. Okay, so now my pretty rose bushes that could be pretty and beautiful and eye-catching are overgrown. And there's pests inside of them, right? Do you want that for your business? Do you want your business to be like grossly overgrown? Not in a good way. Okay, looking scraggly with pests inside of it? No. Taking over with weeds at the bottom because your girl ain't weeded nothing. No, you do not want that for your business. You need to prune, okay? We are going through a pruning season and that's okay, all right? People are going to fall off. All those people that come when we have that super cheap join kit that don't stick with the business, they only wanted the kit. They're sitting at 0 and you're looking at them on reports going, what the heck? Please just do something. Why do I have so many people sitting at 0? You're pruning. You're pruning. If they're sitting at 0, they're not doing anything anyways. So what difference does it make if they fall off? If they've been sitting at 0 for 4 months, 3 months, okay, 10 months, what difference does it make if they fall off? They've been sitting at 0 the whole time. Do you see what I'm saying? Prune. Okay, we're going to prune them. We're going to let them go. All right? When you prune something, the dead falls off to make room for the new. So all those dead are going to fall off so that you can make room for the new people that are going to be on fire in their business. And it's going to be so beautiful. You're going to have a beautiful garden. You're going to have a beautiful garden. Okay? We remove the dead to make room for all the new growth. Pruning, okay, I had to look it up because I don't garden. I want to. I tried, kind of, last year. Yeah, anyways, we're going to work on that a little bit better this year. But pruning makes sure we are maintaining proper plant health. Proper plant health. Actually, one of my plants inside, I was like, why do you have yellow leaves? This morning, and I was taking the yellow leaves off. I'm pruning the yellow leaves. Why? Because it doesn't look pretty when I have yellow and green mixed together when I know they're dead. Okay? I'd much rather, before they even turn brown and yucky and infect everything else, I'd rather get rid of that yellow leaf and maintain the beautiful green foliage that I have. That is what we're looking at our business as. Okay? So we're changing our whole mindset. Okay? When we prune, we also protect our garden, our rose bushes, from pest infestation, okay? And damaging the surrounding areas. My husband literally said yesterday, we got back from church, and he's like, if you don't call someone to take care of those rose bushes soon, they are going to mess up our house. And I was like, dang, I know you're right. I know you're right, because like they're overgrown. It is not okay. I keep looking at them. It is not okay. So we have to think of it that way too, okay? We don't want the bad to overtake and to mess up what we are building, which is our strong business, okay? We have to think of this. But if you let yourself think and look at all of the zeros, if you let yourself sit there and be like, dang, and see all the negatives, I sponsored this person, I flipped this PRV, they didn't do anything with it, I've done this and this and this, I've done this and this. Like, man, now you're in a bad mindset and it's going to slowly trickle down and literally infect your entire garden, aka your business. But if you flip PRV to that person and it's just that PRV for the month and they don't do anything, they had a pretty bomb party. Which means they have pretty bomb customers. And if they're not doing anything, guess what? You can go ahead and say, hey, just wanted to see if you want to get your next order for free because you ordered $150 from so-and-so's party. Yeah, she's a consultant, but if she's not posting anything, talking about anything, if she's not willing to treat that person like gold, that's where you get to come back. Okay? So it's not a total loss. It's a loss for right then, but you don't know what's going to happen down the road. Okay? Okay. Good morning, Miss Sylvia. Good morning, Marissa. All right. So we're going to change our mindset. We don't want dead overgrowth, okay, and damage when it comes to our business. We want to have a gorgeous, blooming garden. That is what we want, all right? So we're going to change our mindset, and we are going to stop thinking about every crappy part as we're not worthy. We're not supposed to be a leader. We are not supposed to be here. The timing's not right. Something's not going on. We're not thinking about that. We are thinking every crappy part we're going to embrace, and we're going to say, this is preparing me for the better later, to deal with a different situation, to connect to another consultant, okay? To make me a stronger leader and a stronger business owner, all right? That's what we're going to see. Ups and downs in business come. That's literally a part of entrepreneurship. It's just the way that it goes, okay? When things are great, we have to keep the energy instead of sitting here and being like, things are so great. I'm going to relax all month. I'm chilling. Things are so great. Woo! Let me take a break, girl. Okay. Yes. Hey. No, we're not doing that. Okay. I'll tell you why. We're not going to do that. We've got to always focus on our ladder rungs, our PRV, our sponsoring, and our coaching in the bad months, in the really good months. Okay. Even if you slow it down a little bit, you still have to be focusing on those 3 core things as a leader. All right. Always moving ahead, always improving on things instead of just sitting there and saying, I'm good. I can relax. Because you know what happens when you say, I'm good, I can relax for 4, 5, 6 months? You no longer good, boo-boo. You can't relax. Now you need to rebuild. Okay? That's what happens. You've got to keep improving, keep moving forward in the good and the bad. Okay? Keep focusing on those things. All right? So when things are feeling like they're on the downswing, keep that same focus. Keep that same energy, okay? I'm focused on PRV, sponsoring, and coaching. Even if it's a little bit less than I would like it to be, I'm still focused on those core things because that is what is going to build your strong business foundation, okay? Building a strong business foundation is going to take work. It's going to take hustle. It's going to take heart. It's going to take a growth mindset, knowing that you are planting a garden and you do not get the harvest right when you plant the seed. And even as you plant the seed, you still have to prune your garden, right? We still have to go around and get all those weeds out as we're waiting for those seeds to bloom and blossom. We have to get the weeds out. We have to spray the pesticides, little boy, okay? We have to do all of those things, all right? So I want you guys to remember this, okay? Yes? If we are always focused on our PRV, our sponsoring, and our coaching, we will not be exhausted with all of the ups and downs that come naturally. They're normal. It's not you. Unless you really ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, it's not you. Okay? And that's literally why I was struggling so bad. I'm like, I am offering one-on-one coaching. Where are they? They don't want it. I am offering to work with you, to do the booking blitz with you. I am offering to do a sponsoring blitz with you. I am offering to look and see where the holes are in my business as you look and see where the holes are in your business. Where are the people? Why don't they want it? Why don't they like, oh, I'm not going to Summit, I'm a fraud. I'm offering. That's all I can do is offer, because I know that I have people's dreams in my hands. I can offer. If they don't take it, that's not on me. I am still doing that. My business is personally looking fine. It's looking great. Okay. Sponsoring, got some reinstates, hit my PRV goal. Okay. I've already front loaded for the next month. I'm fine. Okay. But I want to help the other people because that's what you do as a leader. But I can only offer. If they don't take this, take it. If you don't take it, I can't personally hold on to that, right? I got to keep moving so that my garden is still flourishing, okay? My business is still going. My leadership is still going. The group is still going. If you're my frontline and you don't want it, there's 350 other people that probably do. Let me go ahead and reach on down, okay? I'm not just going to stop here. I'm going to reach down here to see who I can help and who I can work with. You've got to change your mindset, okay? And if you're like, well, I really have no one to work with, it's time to focus on sponsoring, boo-boo, okay? Can't coach them up if they don't want it. Focus on your sponsoring, all right? PRV and your sponsoring. That's what you're going to focus on until you get enough people, and then you're like, yes, let me see. I got some people on fire, and that's who I'm focused on, all right? So we are going to remember that ups and downs come naturally. We are going to remember we're in a pruning season and it's okay. It's not you, all right? If you're offering and you're trying to work with people, it's not you, all right? You can only do what you can do. You cannot internalize other people not wanting to do big things. If they can't see the long lens view, if they can't sit here and they can't say, you know what I would like Scentsy to do for me? I would like Scentsy to buy me a boat. I don't know. I would like Scentsy to eventually pay for my kids' college. I would like Scentsy to, even if it seems smaller, give me 2 weeks a month, 2 weekends a month where I can just go do something fun with my family and it doesn't come out of our regular paychecks. It doesn't have to be huge, you guys. But if they can't see what Scentsy can do and you're trying to show them what Scentsy can do and you've presented it, listen, this can be a vessel, okay? All you can do is present. All you can do is show it. And if those people aren't willing, then it's time to sponsor more and find some that are, that will work to believe in the vision and the dream and have the long lens view of the business, okay? So, I love you, Sylvia. You know I'm talking to you, okay? I'm talking to me too, because I was like, really? That's it? Cancel Summit? I'm done. I'm not going. I'm going to stay at home. Because it's hard. It's hard sometimes to remember, but we have to. So take the advice that your leaders are giving you. Be willing to be coachable, and just remember that pruning is good and pruning happens, and it's a blessing, okay? Even if it doesn't look like it. You're going to have rock star months. You're going to have crap months. It happens. It's normal, okay? Sometimes you're going to have to work harder than you're like, I think it was last year? Last January, I think I told Whitney, I don't think I've ever worked so hard in my life. I don't think I've ever talked to so many people in my whole life. What is going on? It happens. It happens. And guess what? Now some of those people are my regular customers because I just kept pushing forward and I just kept loving on them. There are some people who were asleep last year as leaders, and this year I'm like, yes, okay. It took them a little bit, but I just kept offering. That's all we can do, okay? So we are pruning our gardens. We're going to have beautiful, flourishing gardens. It might take a little bit. That's okay. It might be like the garden that I built last year that is now overgrown with weeds, and I only planted a few things and then I forgot about it because ADHD, right? I was hyper-focused for a little bit. But this year, the foundation is built, okay? The foundation is built for that little garden, and now we just got to pull the weeds and we got to plant the stuff mid-March. That's what we're doing. We're planting the stuff. I just have to remember it. Remember the garden. I'll probably put that on my children. I'm just going to be very honest. Did you water the garden today? Okay? But the foundation is built. Sometimes it takes long, and it takes. This year I built the foundation. Next year I'll actually plant the seeds. Then I'll get to harvest the vegetables, because we're going to make a lot of mistakes as we learn to garden. Not everybody just learns to garden and produces vegetables that summer, right? Sometimes it takes a little bit, and you make mistakes, and things eat your veggies and your fruit, and you're like, why are you eating my veggies and my fruit? Or it gets run over by pesticides. Same thing with our business. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but you've got to have, it's called stick-to-itiveness. You've got to have stick-to-itiveness where you're going to stick to it and see it out for the long haul, long lens view. Okay, I hope you guys have the best Monday ever. It's going to be a good week. I love y'all. We're in seasons, and we're all at different seasons, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We just have to keep going. So I hope y'all feel blessed, and it's going to be so good, and I'm going to go take care of this kid down here who's hiding and get my children's lives together. Have a good week.